Yo, what's going on? Uh, I know this ain't the usual time where I go on live, but I'm like, fuck it. Just wanted to talk about this for a quick second. I ain't gonna be on here too long because I am hungry as fuck. Um, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about. That Canelo versus Caleb Plant, Manny Pacquiao versus Yugas. Um, what's going on, Mr. Tro Killer, Mr. Shelton? We just cooking up, man. I ain't gonna be here too long, but I'm trying to run up my numbers like my brother Southern T. I see him got his numbers all the way up. I said, oh man, I need to get like you, brother. So here I am, cooking up. And, I got my cheap cane. Always represent. You see, I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker is known in the U.S. for sure. Known exactly what he's gonna be known exactly for what the fuck he is, a fucking cheat king. Look at this shit. But it's icy though, man. I know y'all probably seen that Joe Lewis picture I drew yesterday. Man, I can't wait till I get that printed up. I got so many people in my inbox right now saying, hey, man, what is that Joe Lewis? When you making that Joe Lewis? Shit, it's there. It's coming. Man, it's a lot of stuff I got to put on my website. But yeah. But how's your day, Mr. Shelton? We just out here cooking up, man. My fucking moderator. How's your day, brother? What's going on, man? I ain't put Wilder in the title because if I put Wilder name in there, that's when the trolls start coming in here real fast. But yeah, let me let everybody know that we on here fucking live right now. Um, Canelo versus Caleb Plant, man. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I really have. At first, I was saying that Canelo just washes Caleb Plant, but then I did some research. I did some more research. I did some film study. I went back and watched Triple G versus Canelo 1, and I said, man, said my guy came here with the Cheat King shirt. Hell yeah. But yeah, I did some more research. I just finished watching Canelo versus Triple G 1, and I scored that fight 7 rounds to Triple G and 5 rounds to Canelo. He said Plant will get Rob Lara style. Man, I hope not, because now I'm going back. I'm really thinking like, dude, I don't know if Canelo can really go out there and just dominate Caleb Plant, because Canelo, his stamina is not the best. I watched that fight, dude. After the 6th round, Canelo was cruising. He was in cruise control, dude, trying not to get knocked out by Triple G, man. I remember. I remember. And then also the fight with Laura, dude. The fight with Laura. Let's be real. Canelo does not like that style, dude. That style of stick it, move, hit you. You try to hit him, he out of the way. He already gone. Yeah. I got to go back and watch the Law versus. Now that I went back and watched Canelo versus Triple G 1, I got to go back and watch the Law fight. I'm going to score that shit for sure. So, are you crazy? Plant is going to get badly hurt and stop. What? Okay, hold on. Let me drop that link in the chat. Let me drop the link in the chat because I really want to know. I want to know what's people's thoughts on that, because a lot of Canelo fans are thinking, oh, yeah, he's just going to go in there and completely stop him. And I thought the same, too. But then after doing some research, I said, you know what? Maybe this is a bad style matchup for Caleb Plant. And if that ring ain't super small, dude, I don't know if Canelo's going to be able to go in there and do what he normally does to fighters, which is stay in the middle of the ring and trade. I don't think he's going to be able to do that against Caleb Plant in this fight, dude. And this is on a P. This ain't on the zone card. So people talking about scorecards and shit. This is not a DAZN card. This is not a Golden Boy card. Let me remind you where we at. This is Bompton, nigga. Nah, not flat. This is fucking PVC. This PVC. Plant has lateral movement. Yeah, he does. He has good lateral movement. He can stick and move. Great jab. Great right hand. The only thing that he lacks is the power. But here's the thing. All the dudes that beat Canelo or arguably beat Canelo, they ain't have crazy power. They ain't have crazy power like that. Not at all. So I don't understand what people talking about. They like, oh yeah, he just gonna get out of there. Nah, he ain't got crazy power like that. But that's my thing, dude. If the name of the game is to hit and not get hit, win by points or knock somebody out, there is a high possibility that Caleb Plant can go on there and box circles around him because we all know Canelo's stationary. We all know Canelo is stationary, man. And I like Canelo. I like Canelo a lot. I like all that. But let's be real, the knees is not where it used to be. It's not the same, man. I watched the triple. Like I said, I rewatched the Triple G versus Canelo fight one. All those leg movements and all those bouncing around the ring he was doing in the first fight. I have yet to see Canelo fight like that ever again. And I have a good feeling he's not going to go in there and fight Caleb Plant like that. He's going to try to stay right in the middle ring and tell Plant, come right here, mate. Come right here and fight me. But it's not going to go down like that. And you can't go out here and try to, yeah, can't go over and try to do your thing, man. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yo, yo,
What up? What up?
is this Mike from Boston?
No, this is your boy. I speak to you before on here.
You ain't the dude that try to do some funny stuff, are you? Because I'd kick you out of here real fast.
No, I'm saying, listen, man. Plant ain't got the power to keep Canelo off him. How the hell is he gonna keep Canelo off him? Canelo's gonna destroy that boy's body. He's gonna get hurt. I mean, it's unfortunate. I don't even like Canelo, but he's gonna get beat up, man. He's gonna get hurt.
So can I ask you, all the people
Yeah.
that arguably beat Canelo, did they have power?
Triple G is the only one in my opinion. Well, other than Mayweather, you got Triple G.
Mayweather don't got power like that.
Yeah, yeah, but do you think Canelo's the same as he was back then? I don't think so, man. I think he's too
I really
powerful.
haven't seen anything that showed me otherwise. I just feel like that type of style that he fought is not a good style for him. Canelo, he doesn't have the best knees, man. He's
Well,
stationary.
let's think about the last couple of fights. So he fought the last two guys he fought. He hurt them both badly, and Billy Joe Saunders is like a he's like a he's a lot like Caleb Plant. He's very similar, and he's a southpaw, which Caleb Plant is not. And Caleb Plant does not have the experience. He's not fought the same competition that Billy Joe Saunders has fought. So I don't see
Who is
how we can
Billy
give
Joe
him any
Saunders
chance.
fought?
I
Who
mean,
is Billy Joe Saunders fought?
he hasn't
Let me.
fought a lot, but he's fought better than Plant, though, is what I'm saying. He only, fought, I mean, he fought, he's got a couple of guys, but neither of them can Canelo. So the thing with Canelo is, if he doesn't respect your power, if you can't hurt him, then you're fucked because he's gonna come in and he's just gonna put that high guard up and he's gonna bang your body until he can stop you.
But Mayweather didn't have power, and he still outboxed Canelo, dude. Canelo was eating Mayweather shots. His face was barely bruised up. But you see that the boxing abilities, the boxing skills kept Canelo at bay. And that's what I'm talking about. What's
I
going on?
agree, but that was a long time ago, man. I think Canelo's gotten a lot better, and
Canelo's
he's
did a
also
dis Canelo's doing himself a
what's that?
disservice. He's doing himself a disservice by fighting the type of opponents he did leading up to this fight. And what I mean by that, I mean the eardrums, the Billy Joe Saunders, and the Rocky Fieldings and the Caleb Smiths. Because none of those fighters, no matter if you try to say Billy Joe Saunders, none of those fighters fight like Plant, man. Plant has that American style of boxing, the slick, stick and move boxing, man. I'm telling you, Billy Joe Saunders, he's not is what people put him out to be. He hasn't looked the same since he got caught with that nasal spray in that Andre fight. Ever since then, he's been looking regular, normal. He hasn't looked spectacular.
Right, and he got hurt badly by Canelo though. So I mean, I'm not saying he's great, but I don't think Plant's. I think Plant's on the same level. Plant's on the same
So
level as Billy
you're
Joe.
saying that Plant's weakness is just power. That's it.
I think they can. If you're fighting a guy like Canelo, if you don't have the power to make him respect you, you're in trouble because we seen what he does. He puts that high guard up and he walks you down. He'll eat your shots. He'll eat Plant shots. He won't care. He's got
He
chin.
does. He
He can
walks
take
like
those
this.
shots.
Canelo, he walks in like this, and then he just moves his head like that. But I'm saying, what if Plant gives him all types of looks, dude? He doesn't. Plant doesn't have to. Here's the thing: Plant does not have to knock out Canelo to win that fight. And I know everybody can say, "Oh, well, the judges, the judges, the judges." You got to look at it. This is on a different platform. This is on PBC. Golden Boy and DAZN is not involved. So I have a good feeling those judges that Canelo usually have in his corner is not going to be there. So Plant doesn't need to have power to win this fight. He can outpoint him. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, how's he gonna make it though through the whole fight without getting stopped though?
Who has Canelo really stopped at a high level? Billy Joe Saunders?
Dude, he stops he's been stopping everybody he's been facing. Who hasn't he stopped? I mean, shit, he didn't stop. Um, what's his name? Caleb
He
Smith.
couldn't
But
even stop
I
Cesar
mean,
Chavez.
dude's got power, man.
He couldn't even stop Chavez Jr., who's a walking punching bag.
I'm saying as of recent, he's shown that he's got tremendous power along with being
Yeah, that's
the
true.
boxer that he is. He's got
That's
he's
true.
got power.
He has power, but
So
look
I
at the
I
people.
fear for I think if I were Plant, man, I wouldn't even want to take this fight because I think he's gonna get. I mean, I think it's maybe in 2 years from now. I'd say take the fight in 2 years.
So you don't think Canelo's stationary? Because Caleb Plant, he does got some
I mean,
pretty
he
decent.
is, but it's still you got Caleb Plant. He has no experience. I mean, he other than Usasi, he's got no one on his resume that can give him the same experience. He needs more experience in the ring against better competition before you throw him in there with a guy like Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is a nightmare for someone who's inexperienced.
I don't. When you guys say Caleb Plant is inexperienced, I laugh at that because Caleb Plant is not some new kid on the block, dude. He's been boxing for a very long time. He's been boxing, I don't know if you've seen the video, but he's been holding his own against guys in the neighborhood before he even stepped in the boxing ring on a professional level like that. Caleb Plant, he has skills, man.
Well,
He's
that
not
may be
some
true,
junk.
but let's talk about professional though. Professional experience. Canelo has had so much more professional experience, and that makes a difference. So I'm saying a fight makes a difference.
Yeah, he does. He does have a lot of professional experience, but he also have troubles when he's fighting a certain style, and we all know that it's not a secret anymore. We all know those styles. You know, we all know those styles.
I mean,
The wicked
I
move
like
styles not good for Canelo.
I like the kid Plant. I want to see a kid fight. I want to see him do well, but I think they should have put it. They had him fight someone like David Benavidez or someone who he's gonna have a chance. I just don't see the kid having a chance against Canelo, dude. It's too much. For his experience level, he needs a little bit more time. I think.
Somebody said, "Art man, you tripping? You need to stop what you're smoking." Hey man, here's my thing. At first, I was 100% sure that Canelo will beat Caleb Plant, and I was saying he's gonna win via body shot. But after going back and watching Canelo versus Triple G1, I said, man, dude, Canelo, he doesn't have the best gas tank when he's fighting somebody that's actually there to trying to win. Instead of going there and lay down for a check like Rocky Fielding and Caleb Smith and Yeardrum and Billy Joe Saunders. It's a difference when you're fighting somebody that wants to win. And Canelo, he's
But we can't. I mean,
fighting on a platform that's not a platform that's completely backing him. He's fighting on Caleb Plant's platform. I'm just saying, man.
that's true. But if you're gonna look at that trip, if you're gonna look at that trip, we can't really look at the Triple G fight with this because Triple G had such incredible power in his shots and his chin was so durable. I don't know about Plant, man. I don't know if he can take Canelo's shots, and we know that his power isn't his strong suit. He may be able to hit all right, but he can't get Canelo's respect. I don't think that's a
You
problem.
guys
That's going to
acting
be
like
his big problem I see in the fight.
it's like when Caleb Plant signed the contract, it's like he became Paulie Malignaggi overnight because everybody's saying, "Oh, he doesn't have power. He doesn't have power." It's like, dude, the dude still has power to drop people. You just see what he did to Yuskatsuki? He sat him on his ass. And Triple G is slow and flat-footed, who sat right there in front of him.
Yeah,
Caleb Plant is man, bro. If Canelo starts swing, look, let me tell you this: Canelo versus Triple G, right? Triple G was right in front of Canelo's face, and Canelo was still missing a lot of those power punches. He was missing. Caleb Plant is slick, dude. He can fuck around and embarrass Canelo if Canelo swings through the fences and can't land. The Canelo's best bet is to make sure
I
that
mean,
ring is all as hell.
I think it's a long shot, man. It just the guy he just went to full 12 rounds with fucking who is the guy who was Caleb Truex. He should have
Caleb Truex,
stopped Truex if you didn't think he'd have a chance against a guy like Canelo.
Canelo couldn't stop a guy like Chavez Jr. You think he has a chance to get a guy like Plants? He got. I mean, he went
But that
all
was years
the way.
ago, though,
He
man.
went all
Now
the way to
Canelo is different. Canelo is different now, though, man. He's powerful, man. I don't see any. It's real hard to beat him. He's a real hard guy to beat right now.
multiple fighters showed us already that Canelo can be beat. So I don't know what's different. We all see.
But we've
We
also
all.
seen him dominate a lot of guys, and I mean,
Plant
I just,
is not
I just think it's,
near.
I'm just giving my honest opinion. I think it's a long shot. I'm not even a Canelo fan, but I think I'm
Canelo's
just
not
saying, man, the
near.
experience level and the power level are going to be are going to hurt him. I think it's going to hurt him, man. I think that's what's going to be the deciding factor. He just doesn't. He's not going to be able to keep up with a guy like Canelo who's been doing fighting professional for years.
Look at the people in the chat. Someone says, or the guy Isaiah Felix says, he says Canelo got shit footwork. He's not cutting off the ring against people who move and know how to do it like Caleb Plant. Canelo, when you seen Canelo in there with guys that they call runners or movers or whatever, Canelo can't cut off the ring against those guys. He looks like a snail while those guys. No, he looks like a fucking Volkswagen while those guys are Ferraris in the ring, doing laps around him. Yeah, you've seen that
Since
before.
since the Triple G fight, though, he's got. I mean, he did. I thought he did a pretty good show of himself against Daniel Jacobs. He cut off the ring in that fight.
Danny Jacobs still standing in the middle of the ring trying to trade with him. That was a perfect fight for Canelo because Jacobs was coming
Well,
off the
but I
and
mean, I think Daniel Jacobs had a better shot. I thought Daniel Jacobs had a shot to beat him. I don't think he has the same shot. A guy like Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant has not had enough fights. I mean, how many fights has Caleb Plant had at the professional level? Like, what has he had? Like, I don't even
I
know.
know
Is it
nobody.
what is it? 18 fights? 20 fights?
I know nobody beat him, and I know like Billy Joe Saunders, nobody beat him,
Well, I mean,
but he beat himself by getting popped for peds. So when people bring up Billy Joe Saunders, I really don't rate him high because of that. And then when you want to bring up Caleb Smith, I literally, before watching Canelo versus Caleb Smith, I seen Caleb Smith get beat up by a poor man's Canelo Alvarez named John Ryder. So it's like, dude, of course, like, did you have any doubt in your mind
That's right.
that that Canelo would lose to Caleb Smith or Billy Joe Saunders? No, we didn't think that. The betting odds would even tell you that.
I mean, I think that those two guys, though, Caleb Smith and I thought Caleb Smith out of the three guys had the best chance to beat him. And
Yeah,
he,
probably
I
on a
mean,
full
if you
camper.
look, both those guys got hurt.
Probably on a
I
full
mean, he
camper.
got dude. I mean, his body, his ribs were fucked, man. Like both those guys, Billy Joe and Caleb Smith, both got hurt, man, against him. So I mean, I don't want to see this kid get hurt. He's young. He's had a good
Dude,
future ahead
he's
of
not
him. I
a
think it's
kid.
too early, man. It's too early,
Kid, dude. He's a man. He's a man. He's a white man from
dude. He's
America.
only had he has he's had a half the fights, not even half the fights at the professional level that Canelo Alvarez had. It's a lot
Style,
to ask of him
Styles
to go in
make
there and
fights.
beat Canelo Alvarez.
Styles make fights. Like, let me ask you. You know Boots Ennis, right? You know who Boots Ennis, right? From
Yeah, of course
144.
I know who it is.
Do you think he can beat the
Yeah,
top one of the
yeah,
top guys? He does. He doesn't have as many fights as the guys at the top.
yeah.
Why do you
I
believe
think he
that?
could.
Why do you think he can
I
beat the
mean,
guys at
but
because his
but
style?
but we're not gonna. But I mean, but we can't. That's not a. We can't. You can't compare it because Canelo. We're talking about specifically Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant.
Canelo's not a
Caleb
guy
Plant is not has
he's gonna
not
beat.
demonstrated that he's on the level. There's a guy like Canelo.
Look, the reason why I
Yeah,
said
but
that,
he's beat by Floyd Mayweather.
the reason why I said that is because styles make fights, dude. I can see based off of my boxing knowledge that Canelo Alvarez, he has troubles when he fights a certain type of fighter that has utilized certain skills like good footwork, good timing, fighting off the ropes, you know. And the guys that beat him, you know,
Let me get well.
hold on, the guys that beat him, they didn't have the most craziest power. So I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Caleb Plant can literally hit Canelo and not get hit because Canelo has shitty footwork. Even Oscar De La Hoya said it. Canelo did a video of him training some kid, and Oscar De La Hoya, he said it himself. And I know people hate him, but Oscar De La Hoya is a legend in that ring. He says, "Man, you guys listen to Canelo. This guy has fucking shit footwork. He's flat-footed." Which is true. He's flat-footed, man. I'm just saying, man.
Let me just say this though.
But what if you can't touch him? What if he can't touch Plant? Then
Like,
what?
let me just say this. This is all I'm gonna say. This is just my opinion. This is my opinion. So yeah, he has struggled against guys that move around like against Laura, against Mayweather. That's true. However, if you watch the fight against Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo was struggling for the first couple of rounds, and that's what's going to happen in this fight. I bet
He
you
was struggling
Canelo
against.
will lose the first couple of rounds, but he'll kill the plant, and when he does, it's over. I don't see it going down any other way. Plant will have success early on, but he's gonna get shut down when he starts to get those shots from Canelo.
I'm telling you, dude. Canelo, he was losing against Kovalev. You remember that fight? You remember how Kovalev was?
Yeah, until he
We
caught him though, man. He caught him
know
though.
we know Kovalev was holding back. He definitely was, and he was still winning on the cards against Canelo. Even if the zone reporters had Kovalev up, then miraculously Canelo got a knockout win. But I'm just saying that
Was he
this
really? Are you sure
Canelo,
that he had him up? I don't think Kovalev was up on the cards at that point.
go see, go check it out. You'll see
What
the.
was the score? What did they have the scores at that point? How much did they have him up by?
I'm talking about the unofficial scorecard, like the zone reporters.
Yeah. I think the actual scorecards they had Canelo started pulling.
I don't know. He backed out. But yeah. So check this out because I said it. I said it. You said that Kovalev fight was fixed. You know what I'm starting to believe? At first, I believed it was just completely fixed, but then I just started to just think about it. Like, man, maybe it was more of Kovalev was really fucked up. Like he was in no shape to fight that night. But who knows? Who knows? Because think about it. He did look like he was holding back. I'm gonna keep it 100. But that could be from him almost getting his ass kicked by his prospect. Said more of the same as with Sanders. Dude, let me tell you guys. Saunders is a UK fighter, right? Trying to imitate a fighting style that is based in America. Caleb Plant is an American that grew up in the era and, you know, and learned and studied Americans around him doing that specific style. Billy Joe Saunders is a quitter. He ain't shit. He's a drug cheat. He is not Caleb Plant. Stop trying to make it seem like these guys are one and the same. No, what the fuck? This guy's from the UK. Plant is from the hood. He's from Tennessee. He has more grit, more dog in him. What are you talking about? I don't understand that shit. I'm like, dude, what? They're like, oh yeah, I mean, since he beat Billy Joe Saunders, he basically beat Plant. No, he didn't basically beat Plant. This is a whole nother fighter, dude, from a whole nother part of the planet. What are you talking about? What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then this guy got a full camp. He got a full camp. Let's, you know, some people look at boxing, right? And they'll look at it all clear eyed and all look at it on face value, like, oh, okay, like, yeah, this is what they're telling me, so I just have to go with it. Let's look at everything. I like to look at everything because boxing, just because you beat somebody one night, that don't mean you can beat them 100. Look, that don't mean you can beat them every night, especially if he learns something new or somebody watch your film and study you. Somebody's going to come in with a different game plan than the last dude. This ain't the last dude. This is somebody else. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody else. This is somebody else, man. Said now we cooking with grease. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Hold on, we gotta throw some seasoning on this. Real talk. Because last time I checked, like the honorable neighborhood Nipsey Hussle said, Billy Joe Saunders ain't from the States. Hold on, I got this damn cat. Got lit up. Hold on. I got a Siamese cat that's like fucking with my stream when every time I'm cooking up. But anyways, um, yeah, Caleb Plant is from USA. He was raised in the hood around brothers. You know what I'm saying? When he went to the gym, I'm pretty sure he was training around Black Americans, right? Because the style that he has is not a new style. It's not something we've never seen before. It comes from, a certain part of the world, America, you know, and it just happened to be majority of Black American fighters fight like that. Caleb Plant comes from that esque. He comes from that. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders don't come from that. He come from fighting dudes for rainbow colored belts. You know what I'm saying? And being on any type of pet that you want to be on because the rules over there is different. Like I said, you notice that Billy Joe Saunders haven't looked spectacular since that pull out of the Andre fight, getting caught with that nasal spray. Come on, bro. Said, bro, stop trying to compare Mexico to his weak ass hood. Dude, I'm not trying to compare. I'm not comparing Mexico to the hood. I'm comparing the UK to the hood. I know where Canelo's coming from. I know where he's from. Shit, I know where he's from. I know what go down over there, or what they told me will go down now out there. I ain't denying that. But you know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant is not a brother, but the way he's fighting, you know what I'm saying? You can look at him and say, hey, he comes from that esque. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a good ass Mexico versus American fight. We do. I don't. To be honest, this is kind of a weird, situation. I've never really seen this before. Somebody from Mexico, born and raised, fighting against a white American that has like a black American fighting style. Like that's kind of yo. Have y'all seen that before? Hey, drop that in the link. Drop that in the chat I met. If you guys seen that matchup before, somebody that was born and raised in Mexico versus a white American that has a black American fighting style or American fighting style. I've never seen that before. So Canelo wanted to he wanted a 168. Said not off the top of my head, LOL. Yeah. So this is an interesting matchup, dude. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. This is interesting. This is not something that's common. Let's see what goes down. No, what is it? November 6th, November 9th. I just know it's November and I know I gotta draw a nice ass painting. I know that for sure. Woo, it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice, man. I can't wait. Said Canelo wanted to you against white boys. Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real. Can we all be real? We on our man's channel, so we gonna keep it 100. Canelo is actually doing something new. He's doing something new. I've never seen Canelo do this ever. I've never seen Canelo say, I want to be undisputed and then have an undisputed match. He tried in 2019, but then one of the belt holders was too boring, so it wasn't important at that weight class at 160. So, I mean, but, hey, we at 168 now. He's doing something different. So I take my hat off to Canelo. Like, I usually criticize Canelo. I say, "Oh man, Canelo, he fighting this. Look how all his fights are it's well calculated." Like, but now he's fighting a guy that's gonna have a great camp, a full camp. Woo! And man, oh man, this is gonna be big. This is a good fight, dude. This is a really good fight. I'm not mad at it. I just pray everything goes right. It's a lot of money on the line. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go right. You know what I'm saying? Said I can actually be a supporter of a good Canelo fight. Like, yeah, like this is something that I asked for, Canelo versus Caleb Plant. I'd rather, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I would rather see Canelo versus uh, uh Charlo, but I can't be mad at this fight because it's 100 times better than Canelo versus Yildirim. That Canelo versus Yildirim fight was basically like we paid to see a concert and Canelo walk out to the ring because that shit was like, what the hell was that? So I've never seen a bad Canelo fight, really. Really? Are you saying you never seen him look bad, or are you saying you never seen a? You said Andre can go up to 168 and request for that mandatory spot. Well, Canelo gonna vacate around that time. It don't matter. He touched the belt. Now I mean he got to defend it. That's how the game go. You defend it if the if the mandatory is garbage, or you just vacate. Because think about it. Canelo does not want to fight Andre, dude. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100 because I wouldn't want to fight Andre. I'm not saying me and Canelo are the same, but For I could see reasons why he wouldn't want to fight Andre because that style is like, who do you call for a sparring partner to fight to imitate Andre? Who would you call for them to go out there and throw fucking be 6 feet away and jump up and throw a wicked uppercut? Who are you gonna call? Seriously. Hey, I seen this one move where Andre he threw like a leaping hook and he missed and he just ran. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was just like, yo, what is he doing? Like, but it was effective. Even though he missed, he got out the gym. And I said, dude, Canelo's gonna fucking have a fucking headache trying to chase a guy like that around the ring. And especially if he's cracking Canelo. He got power. Andre got power. So I see why Canelo don't want to fight him. Because I'd be like, dude, how the hell do you prepare for that shit? So Canelo can beat him. He doesn't have balls. Canelo gonna lose them titles around them time. Hey man, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. There's a good chance that Canelo can beat Caleb Plant because, like I said in the past, on the last Canelo versus Plant Styles Make Fights video I posted, I said, man, I can see Canelo ripping him with a wicked body shot if that ring's small. He's able to actually cut him off and stick him. I noticed watching that Canelo versus Triple G one, he don't really got the best jab. He has good hooks and uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll watch Canelo and he'll just be like, he'll rip a right hand and then try to hit you with a left hook and a left hook to the stomach. That's the type of fighter Canelo is. Like, he has a good inside game. He really does. But Billy Joe Saunders, not Billy Joe Saunders, but Triple G, in the first fight, he was smothering those body shots and, making Canelo miss. And that's what makes me feel like, dude, Caleb Plant, he could fuck around and bounce off that motherfucker. He can, what I'm saying, shoulder roll, dip out, use his feet. Look how he did Yuskatagi. And I'm not saying Canelo's like Yuskatagi, but just look how effective he was in that fight. He was able to do some of the same combinations or the same defense tactics that Floyd Mayweather was doing. The bouncing off the shoulder and hitting them back. I mean, let's be real. We've seen guys like Floyd Mayweather do that. You know, you never know, dude. So, but I don't know. Here's my thing. Caleb Plant, if he's full rested and he's out there, on his P's and Q's, he's avoiding the crowd, people saying, oh, you should go in the middle, you should go in the middle. If he's out there just doing his thing and styling on Canelo, he can win. As long as he has a good work rate and a good work ethic. Like, he has to strategize. Mayweather, the thing about Mayweather, right? He's a funny cat, dude. He'll mess around and tell people, he'll be like, oh, I haven't watched him. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you beat, or I ain't study him or nothing like that, right? I don't pay attention to him. But I have a good feeling that Mayweather was really studying these guys. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mayweather studied Canelo. Like, yeah, I see that you know, he's fast, he's strong, he's big, but he's stationary. But he's flat-footed. If I stick him, move him, have a miss, easy fight. Easy fight. Says, does Plant have enough pop to keep Canelo off him? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But what if Plant can't touch him? That's the thing, dude. Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez. He was tagging him up that whole entire fight. Canelo was still looking for his face. He looked like he still had some redness on his face, his cheeks and stuff. But it wasn't no black eyes and shit. And Floyd won every round. Every round. So what are we talking about when it comes to power here? Because what if you can't touch me? Then what? If you can't touch me, you got all this power, but then what? So Caleb Plant, he has to study. He got to do his Googles. Google that shit. Real shit. You better go. If I was Caleb Plant, I would be watching every Canelo fight from what? Since he touched down at 160. Matter of fact, since he touched down at the catch weight of Canelo weight 155, I'll watch every fight. Because it's, man, this is, dude, people think, oh yeah, if I just go into the gym and just work hard and be strong, I'm gonna just go in there and beat the next guy. No. Yeah, maybe if you just naturally athletic and gifted like that, yeah, that can happen. But if you don't have the power, like a Deontay Wilder or whoever, you know what I'm saying? It's best that you study the film and say, hey, I noticed that this guy's left foot is kind of slow, his right foot is faster than his left foot, or uh, uh, um, I notice whenever he throws his jab, he brings his hands down. So I can implement this in my game plan. Like I can make sure I know I got to be at this, or I can have what, dude. The type of you. One thing I like about Lomachenko, right? Lomachenko and his trainer, they understand that it's about this up here too, man. You got to be smart in there, dude. You got to be smart in there, man. Real talk. So I feel like Caleb Plant, you guys got to really pay attention and study. I would have my sparring partners watching Canelo fights with me. We'll watch all, man. I will watch that shit slow motion, all that, and I'll be peeping everything. Say, where you from, Art man? I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, but I was raised in Texas. But I'm back in Minnesota. Said Caleb is not Floyd Mayweather. Laura ain't Floyd Mayweather either. Austin Trout ain't Floyd Mayweather. Shit, Kovalev ain't Mayweather. I'm just saying, dude. Nobody said he was. Nobody said he was. But you would be a damn fool. You would be a damn fool to say, oh, since I'm not Mayweather, I'm not going to go watch Mayweather's fight and study and see what I can do and see what Mayweather did and try to, at least study it. See Canelo's weakness. See what happened. Dude, no matter how many fights Canelo wins, there's still a blueprint on how to beat him. Canelo can beat Triple G every month. He could beat Danny Jacobs. He could beat whoever. He could beat Caleb Plant. But there's still a blueprint on how to beat Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Said the only person to beat Canelo right now is NBA Youngboy. Okay, now you trolling. Said D Hodges, salute, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We just cooking up, man. Hold on, I'm just reading the chat. Hold on. Say, AR, man, check my YouTube out. Yeah. Said, what's good, man? We just talking about it because one thing that really grind my gears is when they try to say, oh, Billy Joe Saunders, since Canelo fought Billy Joe Saunders is like better than Caleb Plant. No, the fuck he's not. No, the fuck he's not. At that point in time, when Plant fought Yuskatagi was a real life threat. That's how he won his belt. How did Billy Joe Saunders lose his belt again? Oh yeah, he got popped for a nasal spray, performance enhancing drug. And what did he do? He said, "Screw y'all. I'm not fighting that guy no way. Anyways, he didn't even fight Andre. He did his little suspension, came back and didn't even fight Andre. Didn't even think about it. Goes up in a different weight class, and then Andre's like, dude, I'll go up in weight so we can make this fight happen for real this time. Nah, nah. If anybody sold their fucking O in their belt, that was Billy Joe Saunders, and we all fucking know it, dude. Joe Saunders wasn't taking this shit seriously. Come on, man. He probably betted like a fucking 1 million quid on himself. I'm saying quid because he was probably had his people over there putting that money on him to lose in a certain round. TKO. You'll never fucking know, dude. We already know what type of guy. Do I have to? Do I have to explain what type of guy Billy Joe Saunders is and what type of bro and who he's involved with? Come on, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. You guys talk about taking dives and shit. Billy Joe Saunders will be one of those guys that might do such a thing. Oh, my eye socket. Yeah, yeah. You know you still could have went out there and fight, but you said, nah, I'm not gonna fight. Hell no. Said boxing gossip. Come on now, let's keep it real. Said just the Elmo rumor. Said I heard. Yeah, you said I heard Yugas is hurt. Yeah, I seen that shit. I seen it from my own eyes. Unless that's some Photoshop, that shit's looking real ugly, dude. I'm like, dude, I don't even know about that shit. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys because that arm. At first, I was thinking like, oh yeah, Yugas, if he go in there fighting strong, he gonna win. But then I seen the pictures and I was just like, dude, you can see the severe redness, bro. He's dark, but you can see a massive red on his arm. Matter of fact, let's pull up the pictures, man. Let's pull up the pictures. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second to pull up the pictures. Hmm. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. See that right here? Yeah, man. It's like, dude, I can see that shit, man. Hold on. Hold on. Get that shit. What, you was just going hard in the gym on your left arm? Nah. Woo. Let's look at the other pictures. One more. Yep. Right there. But it is what it is, man. I mean, they could stretch this out and make that Errol Spence fight for but it's a win-win for PBC. Hey, but you know what fight I think's gonna happen? Shit. The way I've been hearing, man, I don't know, dude. This is a good one, dude. Tank's a special fighter, dude. Real shit. If he jumps up and fight Keith Thurman and knocks Keith Thurman out, what the fuck? Like, come on, dude. And the thing about Tank is there's nothing really you can hate on him about because it's like you can't be like, oh, he don't got power, right? And you can't be like, oh, well, he don't know how to box. because he got both of that. He know how to box and he got power. Then you can't be like, oh well, he ain't a star. He can't get his name up. Well, he is a star. He's selling out venues. So it's like, dude, there's nothing really you can hate on the Tank about. They just saying, oh, he got these regular belts and all that shit. Well, who gives a fuck about them damn belts, right? People out here accepting franchise belts. We're right now we're in a position where you guys they like Ryan Garcia and JoJo Diaz and shit, but those guys are two contenders that became mandatories that don't even want to fight the champion, and then y'all minimize the belt when it comes to that situation. So fuck all those damn belts. To be honest, it's all about the styles, the best versus the best. I don't care if Tank and Keith Thurman was fighting for the PBC belt. Who gives a fuck? That's a great ass fucking style matchup. That's a great fight. Would I suggest it for Tank? No. But if he believes he can do it, hell yeah, I'm watching that shit. Y'all can have I give that $75 right now. What's y'all cash app? What's Premier Boxing Champions cash app? Can I pre-order this fight? Shit. And I don't give a fuck what they fighting for. So that's a fact. Said belt names only matter if you're white. Real shit, man. Like, fuck them damn belts. Dude, man, man, somebody asked me where I'm from. I said Minnesota, dude. And I was just here watching at the armory the WBA fucking try to pull a fast one on a brother right in front of my eyes. And you think I give a fuck about these belts? Bro, fuck these belts. Take a fucking around and drop all those stupid ass belts, knowing that they were harboring a fucking racist. Fuck them belts. Said pre-order before the pre-order. Said belts only matter when it's used to hate on a black fighter. Fuck them damn belts, dude. Because Andre got a belt, Charlo got a belt, but y'all don't want to see them fight Canelo Alvarez. They don't deserve a chance. They don't deserve a fight. But every fighter y'all want to say, oh well, Caleb Smith has a belt, dude. I mean, he has a belt, bro. Billy Joe Saunders has a belt, bro. Fuck them damn belts, dude. Yeah, they look nice and shiny, but those belts, if we give it power. We give those belts power. Fuck them belts. Said, is Garcia fight no longer in talk with Tank? I don't know. Ask Leonard Ellaby. Everybody got a fucking belt, dude. Let's be real. Everybody got a fucking belt. I feel like I can give me an amateur fight, start a pro career, and I can fuck around and give me a regular belt. See, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Fuck that damn belt.
A great pay-per-view fight. I think the Mikey Garcia is a great pay-per-view fight. Is that the fight? Do they really want to just go in with Keith Thurman? You know me. That's why I'm calling out Ellaby. Don't play me nanosecond. I've been here for way more than a nanosecond. I've been waiting on the phone call way more than a nanosecond. I don't play games. Give me the contract. Show me the date. Show me the money I'm about to put in the bank, and you're going to see my name signed on the dotted line. Okay.
Hey, you know, I love that. I love that. Y'all, hold on. Let me run that shit back. Shout out to Blue Blood. This is for promotional use only. I ain't trying to sell nothing.
When you move up, you move up in the right way. A lot of people do it. If he has a great fight, a great pay-per-view fight, I think that Mikey Garcia is a great pay-per-view fight. Is that the fight? Do they really want to just go in with Keith Thurman? You know me. That's why I'm calling out Ellaby. Don't play me nanosecond. I've been here for way more than a nanosecond. I've been waiting on the phone call way more than a nanosecond. I don't play games. Give me the contract. Show me the date. Show me the money I'm about to put in the bank, and you're going to see my name signed on the dotted line.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all hear that, though? Yeah. You know what we call that? We call that real throwback fighter style. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just gave me, didn't that give you that feeling of like a real boxing fan? Like, oh, man, Those are fighting words. Send a contract. Send the contract, Leonard. I ain't gonna lie to you. If Leonard and them don't backtrack right now, you know what I'm saying? If they don't come out and say anything right now, um, I think they should just go ahead and send Keith Thurman that contract. Because I'm gonna take it as a duck because you just don't. Nah, I ain't gonna take it a duck because it's a totally different weight class. It's a totally different weight class. But I'm just saying, man. If you mention the name man, you've mentioned the man's name, you might as well just go ahead handle business. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Said 100% Keith Thurman beats 98% of the fighters and has a very high chance of beating Crawford and Spence. There's a reason Crawford weren't with it. Let's be real. Keith Thurman only has one loss. Keith Thurman only has one loss. And that's to the person that's fighting tomorrow, who's, allegedly a 8 division champion, right? Right? And then even in that fight, if there's some people that you can go ask today and say, who do you think won that fight? There's some people that'll tell you, man, I think Keith Thurman won that fight, even though he got startled in the beginning. He got dropped in the first round. I'm telling you. He said that one loss was against a non-tested pack. He beat Sean Porter very convincingly, better than Spence too. Better than Spence too. Look, hold on, because I got a great point. Hold on. I gotta get this. I gotta get this headphones. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to connect this headset. Shit. But I was saying, dude, he beat Sean Porter better than Spence. Real talk. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Spence fan. Most definitely. I ride with Spence. Heavy. But if you want me to be honest, Spence is really was just following Keith Thurman's footsteps. Really. Let's be real. It's like Keith. If I was Keith Thurman, I'd have a little animosity built up. Even though Keith Thurman did have a point in time in his career where he could have fought Spence, but he kind of opted out. Let's be real. You know, I think Errol Spence Jr. basically followed Keith Thurman's footsteps because think about it. What did Errol Spence do? He fought Sean Porter. He fought Danny Garcia. And then he was on a road to fight Manny Pacquiao. Didn't Keith Thurman do that? Fought Sean Porter, fought Danny Garcia, and then later on he fought Manny Pacquiao. Isn't that what happened? Yeah, of course they went with it. I wouldn't be with it either. Hold on. Nah, but I was saying no. Look, they didn't want to with Keith Thurman. I don't think Floyd Mayweather wanted Keith Thurman because I don't think there was enough money in it and two, he was a real life threat, a dog in there. And this is before we, you know, the elbow spasm and all that shit. But shit, um, yeah, fought those fights with serious injuries. But yeah, I gotta end this live. I gotta make me something to eat. Yo. I'm fucking starving. Um, Shout out to you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe and share my links and just let everybody know where you can find me at, man. And also that Joe Lewis artwork I made is gonna be on the website real soon, real soon. Um, and also if you guys got some, some nice pictures that you've seen of Canelo and Caleb Plant that you think will be really dope for a design, send it my way so I can paint it up. I'm trying to make something real nice and real big for this fight. So go ahead, send some ideas over. All ideas are welcomed.